have just announced a transformative deal with UNSW Global to deliver an online pathway program for international students. We've also announced a capital raising and our quarterly activity report. So we're really excited and we're really well positioned for growth.
OpenLearning is a software as a service company providing a scalable online learning platform to education providers and a global marketplace of world-class courses for learners of all levels. Its platform enables the delivery of project-based social learning to encourage interaction, and it has more than 2.5 million learners worldwide spread across thousands of courses delivered by 116 education providers. Joining me to discuss its recent deal with University of New South Wales, capital raising and results is founder and CEO Adam Brimo. Adam, welcome to TCN TV.
It's great to be here.
Now, OpenLearning and the University of New South Wales have just announced the signing of a licensing agreement for the delivery of a new transition program online for international students. Why is this an important deal for OpenLearning?
This is a really exciting opportunity for OpenLearning and for UNSW. Together, we're going to reimagine online learning and design and deliver a transition program, which is a pathway program for international students, in a way that's purpose-built for online learning. It involves a lot more collaboration, project-based learning, interviews, coaching, mentoring, in a way that's never been done before for an online program.
Now, you've just also announced a $6 million capital raising that will lift OpenLearning's cash balance to around $10 million on a pro forma basis. What will these new funds be used for?
Yeah, so these new funds will be used to continue growing the business, but in particular, investing in programs like the UNSW Global Transition Program. We're also planning to continue investing in OpenCreds. We've seen incredible traction so far and a lot of interest from education providers. 8 education providers already signed up under our OpenCreds investment fund. We're also actually looking for additional opportunities to grow the business and reinvesting back into sales and marketing and enhanced product development. So this capital raising is really for growth, really to bolster our balance sheet and make sure that as new opportunities arise out of COVID-19, we're able to capture them.
Now, your quarterly report has just shown good year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter growth in annualized recurring revenues and software as a service customers. What underwrote these gains?
Yeah, so these gains were driven by both existing customers continuing to use the platform, but also new customers coming on board. In particular, a lot of smaller institutions we've seen are now moving online because of COVID-19. Previously, a lot of the smaller education providers might have been running things face-to-face or on a traditional platform. Now they're looking for opportunities to grow through online learning and micro-credentials.
Okay, and while this quarterly report also showed a good 45% year-on-year increase in OpenLearning's cash receipts from customers, the quarter-on-quarter figure was 17% softer. Can you outline what was behind the latter decline?
Yeah, definitely. So OpenLearning's revenue comes from 3 sources. It comes from our platform, which is a software as a service model. It comes from our learning services division, which is where we help institutions move their programs online on a fee-for-service basis. And it comes through our marketplace, where we're actually helping to promote and sell courses through the platform. Now, the latter 2 revenue streams, learning services and marketplace, do fluctuate a bit, depending on the types of programs and the timing. But also, we've actually been focused on securing more revenue share deals, where we're investing more upfront, usually in the form of learning design services. And rather than charging fees for those services, we're actually getting a share of revenue going forward. So in some ways, we're actually focused on the medium and longer term revenue streams that are much more scalable than some of the shorter term services. Annualized recurring revenue from our software as a service business continued growing strongly, both on the quarter and year on year. So we're quite optimistic and it's all moving in the right direction, but yes, a little bit of quarterly fluctuation.
Now, your activities report also mentioned OpenLearning's continued growth in Malaysia and Indonesia. What is the growth potential in these 2 overseas markets, the first of which will soon have an OpenCreds framework?
Yes, so in the past quarter, we actually saw quite a sizable increase in enrollments, not just from our existing markets, but also from Indonesia, which is one of our newest markets. And this is still in the very early stages, but we've had a number of universities in Indonesia come on board and start using the OpenLearning platform under our lower cost software as a service model. And this has been really exciting to see. The uptake has been phenomenal. And we see a large opportunity for one of the ways that we're planning to grow our platform revenue, which is through the self-service model, where these institutions can come online, set up the courses on their own, invite their students, run the courses, and get a lot of value from the platform without us having to provide many services around it. So it's highly scalable. So what we're seeing is a lot of interest in that, and I think that's been driving some of the increase in enrollments in those countries.
Now, OpenLearning's OpenCreds investment fund has, through an open and competitive application process, now allocated its first round of funding to 8 education providers to develop 26 OpenCreds. How does OpenCreds position OpenLearning to become a leader in the fast-growing Australian micro-credential market?
Yeah, so this quarter, we started deploying funds to the OpenCreds investment fund, and through a competitive process, we selected 8 higher education providers. And these providers are going to be running courses across the spectrum, from professional development through to courses that are pathways into qualifications. Some of these are in the health sector and the education sector, targeting businesses and corporates. They'll probably sell for between $50 and $500, depending on the course. And what we've been seeing is a large amount of interest from education providers in the OpenCreds framework, because it provides a standard for how they can develop micro-credentials. And the idea is, as more and more people adopt OpenCreds, both the educational providers, but also eventually, customers, people actually taking these courses, OpenCreds could become a standard. And as that grows, we expect that to drive adoption of the OpenLearning platform, and also generate additional revenue for us, both through the sales of those courses, but also through the platform itself.
Now, finally, Adam, the COVID-19 pandemic has fed the demand for online courses. What strategies is OpenLearning putting in place to leverage off demand for such courses in a post-COVID-19 world?
Yeah, we've seen an increase in demand in online courses from COVID-19. And part of that has been individuals at home looking to upskill. And those people have largely gone into a lot of the existing short courses and free courses that are on offer on OpenLearning and many platforms. But in the medium to long term, we see this being a fundamental driver of growth in the online education sector. And it will really push education providers, both universities, colleges, vocational, professional development, to move online, but also to look at the quality of their offering. Because now a lot of people have experienced what they would consider fairly mediocre online learning over the past 6 months, where things were moved online very quickly. Nobody had much time. A lot of courses were run via Zoom. Now where it's going is these institutions are looking at what's next. They need to differentiate themselves. They need to provide a purpose-built, really incredible online learning experience for their students. And that's actually one of the reasons why we've started working with UNSW Global on the new transition program, because that is a purpose-built program. It's going to be designed in a completely new way. And I think that could set the benchmark for online qualifications and pathway programs for years to come. And I think you can probably expect that many institutions will look at how this program will run, and maybe someone would like to adopt this kind of model themselves one day.
Well, Adam, congratulations on the developments, and look forward to watching your progress.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching. Now, if you like what you see, please be sure to like and share the videos, subscribe to TCN TV, and drop us a comment. Tell us who you would like to see next and what you would like me to ask them. Or if you're an investor, send us an email so we can keep you in the loop with the latest ideas to empower.